In 1847, the United States was not yet the world power it would become. It was a nation of farmers and merchants, dreamers and settlers, stretching its borders westward with ambition and uncertainty. Its money, especially gold, told the story of that rise. And among all the coins struck in that golden age, one stands out for its elegance, its meaning, and its quiet endurance, the $2.50 Liberty Head quarter eagle. A small coin, barely 18 millimeters wide, yet it carried the weight of a nation's promise. Gold was part of America's identity from the start. In 1792, Congress passed the Coinage Act, creating the U.S. Mint and setting gold as the backbone of the national currency. The idea was simple: coins backed by real metal meant trust, stability, and unity. The smallest of these was the quarter eagle, worth $2.50. It might sound trivial today, but in the early 19th century, it was serious money, about a week's wages for a skilled worker, or enough to feed a family for several days. The Liberty Head design was the work of Christian Gobrecht, a quiet but brilliant engraver whose work shaped American coinage for decades. Before the Liberty Head, his art had already appeared on silver dollars and seeded Liberty coins. In 1840, Gobrecht was tasked with redesigning the nation's gold coins. He imagined liberty not as a goddess, but as a personification of the American ideal, dignified, hopeful, confident. Her face looks left, crowned with a coronet inscribed Liberty. Around her, 13 stars, one for each original state. The reverse bears a proud eagle clutching an olive branch and arrows, a promise of peace and power. 1847 was a pivotal year. The U.S. was expanding rapidly westward after the annexation of Texas and the war with Mexico. Railroads, factories, and telegraph lines are transforming life. Yet beneath this growth lay uncertainty: how to unite a vast country with a stable currency. The Liberty Head quarter eagle was a symbol of that balance, a coin of real gold, minted by a government still proving its credibility. Every strike at the Philadelphia Mint echoed the sound of progress. Each 1847 quarter eagle was composed of 90% gold and 10% copper, the standard alloy set to prevent softening. The blank gold planchets were cut, weighed, and inspected by hand before being fed into heavy screw presses. The pressure imprinted Gobrecht's design with razor-sharp clarity. Mint workers handled thousands each day, but to them it was more than just metal. It was America's reputation. A quarter eagle in 1847 could buy groceries, pay rent, or even cover a doctor's visit. But few Americans carry gold coins in their pockets. Most were used in trade, banking, or sent overseas. Ordinary people often preferred silver or paper notes. Still, to hold one was special. It was real money, weighty and gleaming, trusted everywhere. 1 year later, everything changed. In 1848, gold was discovered at Sutter's Mill in California. What began as a whisper became a roar, the greatest gold rush in history. Men and families poured westward, chasing fortune in rivers and hills. The U.S. Mint soon received a flood of raw gold, and with it came an explosion of coin production. The Liberty Head design became the face of this new golden era. With gold pouring in, the mint expanded beyond Philadelphia. New branch mints opened in Dahlonega, Georgia, Charlotte, North Carolina, and later New Orleans and San Francisco. Each carried its own mint mark, D, C, O, and S, symbols that today help collectors trace a coin's story. But the 1847 quarter eagle was purely a Philadelphia issue, no mint mark, clean and classic. By the mid-19th century, the world was debating one question: what gives money its value? America's answer was clear: gold. The quarter eagle, though small, was physical proof of that trust. In an age before federal paper money, people judged a coin by its metal. If it shone true and felt heavy in hand, it was real wealth. That weight built faith in the government, the mint, and the nation itself. The Liberty Head design lasted from 1840 to 1907, nearly 7 decades. Few coin designs have survived so long without major change. Its appeal was its simplicity, a timeless symbol of American liberty that transcended politics, war, and reform. Collectors today still see it as one of the most balanced designs in U.S. coinage: stately, human, enduring. The 1847 issue wasn't rare in mintage. Over 220,000 pieces were struck. But many didn't survive. Countless coins were later melted for bullion, especially during financial crises and when gold prices rose. Surviving examples today are windows into the pre-gold rush world, quiet relics of an era that was about to disappear. Every coin carries stories, of the hands it passed through, of the lives it touched. Imagine a merchant in Boston using one to settle a shipment, a soldier keeping it as a lucky charm, or a mother gifting it to her child as a keepsake. The 1847 quarter eagle was not just money, it was memory. Christian Gobrecht died in 1844, just before this coin's release, never knowing his Liberty design would endure for nearly 70 years. His work bridged art and function, coins that were beautiful, durable, and meaningful. In the Liberty head, he created an American icon, one that still gleams with the light of his vision. Today, the 1847 quarter eagle attracts both numismatists and investors. In circulated grades, it sells for a few $100s. In mint state, untouched by time, prices soar into the thousands. Proofs and exceptionally preserved examples are true museum pieces. But its appeal goes beyond price, it's the tangible link to the dawn of America's golden century. The quarter eagle represents a principle that shaped the U.S. economy, that money should be built on trust and endurance. Through wars, recessions, and reforms, the gold coin remained a constant reminder of national unity. Even after gold was removed from circulation in the 1930s, these coins held their meaning. It may be small, but the 1847 Liberty Head quarter eagle carries an enormous legacy. It tells the story of the mint's craftsmanship, of Gobrecht's vision, and of a country built on gold and hope. From dusty miners' hands to modern collectors' showcases, this coin has seen the journey of America itself. A reminder that greatness often comes in small forms, and that even a $2.50 piece can hold the heart of a nation. Thank you for joining us on this journey through gold, history, and legacy. If you enjoyed this story, explore more tales from the golden past, where every coin has a story to tell. You've been watching Coin Legacy. If you enjoyed this journey through history, subscribe for more stories from the coins that changed the world.